Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan video. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at the Bio Broly stage of the Red Zone Movie Edition 2 and how you can beat it with no items. Now, this stage is probably only really considered an entry-level difficulty stage. When it came out, it wasn't necessarily an entry-level stage. I wouldn't say it was super hard either, but it definitely was still a bit more challenging than what it's probably considered now. The first phase has you face off against 3 variations of Bio Warriors, which is fairly redundant. They don't super, so they're just there to let you set up your team. Basically, they don't super. They hit for about 230,000, and that's really it. Then you enter into the phase. You take on good old Bio Broly. Bio Broly has 2 phases, Bio Broly and Giant Bio Broly. Giant Bio Broly is only activated if you fill up his Fury meter, which is only filled up if you use unarmed super attacks. So, really, honestly, it's actually quite easy to just not, ever have him, how can I say, enter his Fury mode. I think every time I've beaten him, he's never actually entered his Fury mode. So that should kind of tell you where he's at as a stage. Really, unless you're super unlucky or you just don't, you build your team completely inherently wrong, you probably won't enter the Fury phase. And even if you do, it's not a huge step up for him. His normals go from 420 to 500k. His super goes from 1 million to 1.4. It's not really too bad. The big difference is that his Fury phase replenishes his health and makes him immune to attack lowering, whereas the standard Bio Broly phase actually is weak to attack lowering, which, if anyone knows, is a huge ability to have, because being able to have that really strong, powerful, and how can I say that, really good attack lowering, just to kind of take the edge off of his attacks. Even though, like I said, by maybe today's standards, it's not necessarily the craziest, but still, I think it really helps. And so when you don't have that, it does make it a little bit tougher. But yeah, look, obviously, by today's standards, I wouldn't say the stage is incredibly difficult. But with that being said, it's not like you can just take in a free-to-play team and get it done with ease. You still have to have some decent units. You still probably need to have a decent team. You gotta have a decent health pool. As you've seen Gogeta here, he takes a bit of damage. You can't just stick whoever into the team and expect them to come out winning. But it isn't, it's definitely not as hard as it was or anything like that. So I do think overall for me, personally, I don't think this stage was ever top difficulty, like I said. So it's fun. It's a fun stage. I think it's a good stage to get into Red Zone with. The boss hits fairly hard, as in you're going to actually need to understand your unit's defensive mechanics. Your team can have really cool things like considerations for what type of super attacks, attack lowering, defense lowering, all that sort of stuff, etc., which I think is great. Then, it gives you some interesting tools to work with, I think. So for me personally, like I said, I find that it's a good entry stage to learn and understand Red Zone, the difficulties and everything that it encompasses. Obviously, by today's standards, maybe it's not hard, but it will still be a challenge if you're a new player. It'll still be a challenge for you. It's not going to be super duper easy, but absolutely zero challenge, and no worries or no issues. It'll still be fairly challenging for you. I think you'll find that it is something that's going to test your abilities and your team building. And you can still get caught out if you have the wrong type or don't understand the super abilities, etc. So I think it's a good stage to learn on. But that's pretty much it from me. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you need any more assistance. I will gladly help. And that is basically it from me. So as always, stay safe, take care, and bye.